Chassidic gems on Parshas Vayishlach. So Yaakov Avinu davened to Hashem, Hatzileni no miyad ochi miyad Esav. Save me, Ribono Shel Olam, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esav. So the pasuk seems to be saying that Ochi and Esav are synonymous. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah is saying Esav, whenever it says Esav, it means the Yetzer Hara in Chassidic talk. It's a sakana. The biggest sakana from Esav, from the Yetzer Hara, is when it disguises itself as the Yetzer Tov. The Yetzer Hara, when he disguises himself as a Yetzer Tov, he is causing the most problems for Klal Yisrael. For instance, I remember that in Kesser Torah, in Yeshiva Kesser Torah, Moitzoi, right after Kol Nidrei, Yom Kippur night, people were thinking, what could be better for me to do than to sit down now and learn? What's bigger than on Yom Kippur to sit and learn Torah? What's better? On the other hand, it could be a big Yetzer Hara. It could be the Satan disguising himself as the Yetzer Tov by saying, let's learn the night of Yom Kippur, when we should be sleeping maybe, so we should have koach to daven the next day. And if we sit down and learn now, we're not going to be able to daven the next day. So this may be an example of this Chassidic Torah, that the greatest sakana is when the Yetzer Hara disguises himself as a Yetzer Tov. Then we don't know how to maneuver it so well. The Eibishter should help us. We should know how to maneuver it. Not to let the Yetzer Hara get the best of us when he tells us to do mitzvahs when we maybe should not be doing. We should be zocher to this. Amen v'amen. So the pasuk continues, Ribono Shel Olam, save me, help me. Yaakov Avinu is davening to Hashem, and he says, please help me, Ribono Shel Olam, because you yourself told me, Heitev eitiv imoch, I'm going to do good with you. I'll take care of you, and I'll do good for you, the Ribono Shel Olam said. Heitev eitiv. And the question is, what is the double lashon of Heitev eitiv? I will do good for you. I will do good, I will do good. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah is saying, when you say Heitev, that kol ma di ovid rachmana l'tava ovid, that when you say whatever the Ribono Shel Olam does is good and right, and even though it's a little difficult for me in this situation, but whatever Hashem does is good, and I accept it. If a person will say Heitev, that whatever Hashem does is good and I accept it, then the Ribono Shel Olam says, eitiv imoch. Then I will do good for you. If you accept that whatever I, Hashem, say is good and it's right, then I will do good for you. Okay, continuing with Chassidic Vayishlach on Parshas Vayishlach. So Yaakov Avinu told his servants, "V'revach tosimu bein eda uvein eda." Between these herds, make space so it'll look like I'm giving more to Esav. V'revach tosimu bein eda eda. That's the simple. The Chassidic Vayishlach is saying, Rav HaKodesh says, Yaakov Avinu requested from Hashem to give space between each tzara. People go through tzaras. Rebbeinu Shalom is saying, V'revach tosimu, let there be space. We should be able to adjust ourselves from one tzara before our next tzara begins. Rebbeinu Shalom leaves space in between. Anyway, continuing with Chassidic Vayishlach. So the pasuk says, "Vayeovek ish imoi ad halois hashachar." There was a fight going on between Yaakov and the angel of Esav until morning star, until the morning came to be. That's the simple. Chassidic Vayishlach Rav HaKodesh Reb Aaron Mikarlin says, how long will the fight go on between Yaakov and Yishmael? Between Yaakov and Esav, how long will it go on? Vayeyovek ish imoi, how long will there be this fight going on between the two? Ad halois hashachar. It will continue in all the generations until the morning star. The morning star they're calling Bias HaMashiach. The fight between Yaakov and Esav and Yaakov and Yishmael will be until Bias HaGoyel. Amen v'amen. Bias Mashiach. We should be zeichet to this b'meira v'yameinu. Continuing with Chassidic gems. So it says in the pasuk that your name will not be Yaakov anymore, Kiyim Yisroel. Your name will be Yisroel because Kisoriso im Elokim va'anoshim. Because you fought with God and with people. That's the simple. The Chassidic Vayishlach is saying that even you should always be im Elokim v'im Anoshim. Should always be with God and with people. Meaning to say, even if you're dovuk in Hashem, you're doing Hashem's will, but don't forget about people. Im Elokim, even though you're with Hashem, you're davening, you're learning, but don't forget about people. You gotta help people and work for people. Amen v'amen. I remember a Baal Tefillah came to Reb Nosson Tzvi Finkel, Zecher Tzaddik Levrocha, the Mirror Rosh Yeshiva, and said to him, I'm going to be the Baal Tefillah for Yomim Noroim. What should I have kavanah? What should I have kavanah? I'm putting in on the side what I would have said maybe. I would have said maybe learn the Zoya, learn the Halacha. He answered a different thing, Reb Nosson Tzvi. He says, what should you think of? He was not a man of many words. He said, what should you think of when you daven for the Amid and blow shofar on Rosh Hashanah? What should you think of? One word, others. Meaning, what could you do to help others? Even if you're Emelakim, even if you're with God, you're blowing shofar, you're davening for the Amid, but don't forget Anoshim, don't forget others, to want to help, to think how you could help others. Amen v'amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Vayishlach. Another take, Im Elokim v'Im Anoshim. Even when you're involved with people, you should still be involved with Hashem. Im Elokim v'Im Anoshim. Even when you're involved with people. As an example for this, I remember that if you ever saw Reb Aaron Kotler, Zecher Tzaddik Levrocha, sitting and talking in his office with people, you could see that his mind was really including his talking to Hashem. Thinking about a sugi in the Gemara, Im Elokim. Even when you're Im Elokim, even when you're Im Anoshim, even when you were together with people, you should also be Im Elokim. We should be zeicher to all these great things. Amen v'amen. Okay, one or two more. So, Chamer, the father of Shechem, said, B'ni choshka nafshay b'vidchem. Shechem, who committed terrible things to Dinah, wanted them to marry. Shechem, Chamer, the father of Shechem, wanted them to marry. So he said, Choshka nafshay b'vidchem. My son Shechem, his nefesh, his desires very, very much your daughter. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah is saying he was making himself appear like a tzaddik, as if Shechem really is not interested in Dinah. For any pleasure. He didn't want to marry Dinah because he'll have a lot of pleasure from it. He was only the only reason that he really wants, that Shechem really wants Dinah, is, as the pasuk says, Chishka nafshi b'bitchem, as if he only wants Dinah because she's the Bas Yaakov, because she's such a pure holy person. So he said, he sort of said the wrong thing, Hamor, the father of Shechem. He said, my son Shechem wants the daughter of Yaakov to be his wife, as if all he's interested in is the ruchnius, the spirituality of Dinah, where the truth was that he was interested in having pleasure from this marriage. He made it appear as if he's a tzaddik. Okay, maybe one more. So Hamor came and said, join us and we will shvu v'sachruha, sit down and do business and hold on to the land, do business with us. That's the simple. And Rav HaKodesh, Rabbi Yisrael Mimodrich, says that was the Eitz Hara talking. He talks people in to be involved in Maso Matan, be involved in the land, so that you will be so involved in the land you wouldn't be able to learn Torah. Do it with your full heart, and that's the Eitz Hara talking. A person who goes to work and works and immerses himself totally in his work and has no time to learn, that is definitely the wrong thing. We should be zeicha to these hashkafas haTorah. Amen v'yamen.